There's a Cowardly Dog, but it's only Goose God. Is this the one I want? If not, it's going to be 2.5 minutes of pure entertainment. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Streaming it, because it's going to be easier that way. So we can all figure out if this is a good decision or not together.
I'm loading in, but I need to wash my face. I just had a little coffee fit, so I'll be right back.
Oh, good. Perfect. Okay, I got a word from Rain. Rain will not be joining us tonight, but otherwise, here, game on. It's time to make terrible decisions.
Oh, there's so many good instances of the Goose Hawk in this. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm just going to send this. I will not extrapolate or explain further. If someone is confused by the clip, it's on them.
Between Molly leaving and Mom's osteoporosis, I thought life was going to slow down. Boy, was I wrong. If you have
Oh my god, YouTube ads. I got hit with the postmenopausal osteoporosis ad.
Oh.
You're literally killing me.
This is probably a good time for me to just do a shameless plug for my favorite web browser, Brave.
That's probably actually a very good time to do that. But don't say it unless you're getting paid.
I'm definitely not. But if you've hit the live button, we can do the intro now.
I have hit the live button. Hit it!
Fantastic. All right, 1 second.
He's gotta warm up.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Good evening. Tonight we'll be continuing the story of Arctis.
Yes! I have my own narrator! Oh, wait a minute, that's me! Now I just have the ASMR version.
It was at this moment that Zarina realized there was a narrator for the narration.
Oh fuck, I have an internal monologue now.
It was at this moment she realized the narration was external.
Alright, you slapper.
It was at this moment she realized her internal monologue sounded a lot different.
Why is my internal monologue cosplay? You know what, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Okay, listen, when we fix this whole,
Sometimes you
dying,
feel like a goblin, sometimes you don't.
this whole dying world thing, when we fix this eventually, or if we don't, however this ends up. Coslo, I think that we should have a series of small stories / bedtime stories told by Coslo and Wang Doodle. I think it would be brilliant, and it would bring in a ton of money.
Yes.
Be like the two old men from the Muppets and Mr. Rogers combined together. But then you two, so that's its own layer of things.
Literally
If
terrifying.
If Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross were Statler and Waldorf, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Holy shit. Alright, Wang Doodle, get in the game. We will get started.
Sorry, I was so caught up in our ASMR discussions that I hadn't finished prepping. My apologies.
I have to. Oh my god, I have you at 200%. Why are you so quiet today, Jody?
Okay, so it's not just me and my fucked up earphones. Okay.
No, I'm saving what voice I have for Wang Doodle. I have noticed I've started to miss some tones out of my normal vocal range.
Fair.
Fair.
Turning you up then.
Oh, I would not do that because I will return to normal when the session begins.
All right, everybody, welcome back, and I do mean welcome back to Arctis for another glorious session. It's been a couple weeks.
Somebody say whale?
That guy points at Wag Noodle. This guy. It's been a couple weeks. I'm glad to have everybody back except for Rain. Fuck that guy.
It's not important to the plot whatsoever. Wait a second.
just
Wait a
listen,
second.
This is the Grabella show now.
No, not
We're
like that.
so happy that everyone important
I don't want to
is
be in
back.
charge. Somebody else be in charge. Why do I keep getting more and more important? Make it stop.
Hey, with the right amount of firepower, anyone can be in charge.
Also,
Yeah, let's make that you.
Oh, that's an even worse decision, but I'm all for it.
well, welcome
Perfect.
back, everybody. And once again, I'll reiterate. Fuck Rain being gone. Just kidding. I'm gonna send him a message.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
No, I agree. Fuck Rain being gone. Rain, get back here. You are leaving the children without their chaperone. This has never been a good idea.
Yep, Rain teleports you all to the plane of Earth and is like, see ya, and then disappears into the nether with a peace sign. Later.
Realizes Rain hasn't had a date night with Eris in a while.
Goes back to
I'm gonna
Maginox
promote
with a
you
date
all
night.
and then fuck off. Good luck.
Exactly. Well, in the 2 weeks that we've been gone, let's do a really brief recap about why the hell you all are seemingly in the middle of the desert. Previously, on Arctis Ascended, after some much-needed rest and recuperation within Maginox, you all are planning on going to your next extraplanar adventure. And that means restoring stability to the City of Brass, getting Tiamat's venom, and curing the slow. But step one into bringing stability back into the City of Brass means reuniting the various genies that control it. And in phase one, we start with the elemental plane of Earth, home to the Tao, or as they are normally called, the Earth Genies. As Grabella is a distant relationship to one of the Tao, Rain's teleportation to the plane of Earth has brought you to a curious place out in the middle of the desert. It is a ruin surrounded by hastily built scaffolding, where curious stone-like Pech peer at you from the tops of the wooden structures. Large, strange-looking horns are tied to the tops of the scaffolding, potentially warning any sort of, intruder that they are not welcome here. However,
Sorry, just doing a quick check. Am I any better?
you're good.
Okay, cool.
Hey, you're good. Oh, Tabby, why are you
Sorry,
up here?
continue.
Boy. You better sit
Yes.
there.
The misdirection tab got on the table.
Misdirection Tabby is absolutely working.
Get on the table.
I'm
Get on that damn
on the table.
Sorry, wrong character. I'm coming back.
Now, thinking that going to the plane of Earth might be busy, as Grabella has distant relations to a certain Earth genie, you have found yourself in a place of ruins with no residual iron vein to be found. It is here you will, hopefully, ask around and see just exactly what happened to the Khan's great palace. 1 second is my cat. I should take a picture of what he is currently doing, but I do need to get him off of the table, and then we will begin. 1 moment, please.
Audience, what do you think happened? Put your best ideas in the comments. It will
I
not
got
impact the
to-
story, but please do it.
I got to meet that cat a few weeks ago, and I can confirm when Zarina's like, "Oh God, very large cat on the table," she's not kidding. He's a very large cat.
Very big.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, you take up the whole space. And
Confirmed.
everything
Cat
around
is large and in charge.
it. He is
Yes.
Fucking huge.
I think our kitten's gonna end up being large. She's
When I
on her
outdid
way.
it was there's one cat that's regular, and then there's a chunk cat.
Yep.
And the first day I didn't see the other one, I was like, oh, I don't know where he is. And then someone say, "Oh Lord, he coming."
Oh Lord, the big one coming.
He definitely qualifies as, oh Lord, he coming.
All right, everybody. Big breath. Get back into character. Remember why you're here. And let's get started. The swirling desert and the arid sands absolutely chafe at your skin as you stand out in the middle of a scorching desert. Grabella has already flown up to the top of one of these ramshackle outposts, and at the top, a trembling Pech, who has already told Grabella that, well, he is here to mine the remains of Razadul's palace and leave, well, nothing. Grabella, the trembling Pech sits before you with wide and colorless eyes as he peers up at you with pickaxe in hand. He's already given you 1, 2, 3 different looks as he turns back towards the horn and then back towards you, but you've already intimidated him into definitely not touching that warning horn. For all intents and purposes, we will say that Rain has turned invisible and has gone scouting around somewhere, and has left you all to check out what is going on with this mining camp. Some of you have already taken a look at some of the banners that have been flying around. They are banners of Razadul Iron Vein, but they're tattered and torn, possibly just remnants or iconic markers of what is being mined, as opposed to a flag of ownership, per se. Giant marble steps lie in front of you, currently covered in a heavy dusting of sand. To the northwest, Seaswab has already used some magic to hoist himself up, just on a slightly higher sandstone cliff, and is talking to one of the other curious Pecks sitting around a fire, taking a much-needed break from his eternal servitude. The Peck has given this strange bird a offering, a small bit of information that Seaswab has given a cursory look at. You have forgotten what he has given you. You can also double-click it to reread it again. Otherwise, the camp is yours to explore, whether that's a good thing or not. You may begin. Seaswab, you pick up the piece of paper and give it another look. Seems to be something hastily scrawled about the other types of genies, namely the water elemental genies, the Marids, who are native to the plane of water.
Genies native to the plane of water. Oh, these guys are massive.
They are. Your eyes widen as you read the scrawled script. It says here that Marids stand at a towering 16 to 18 feet tall, and are more aquatic and monstrous in appearance compared to the humanoid-like Ifriti. Marids are by far the largest of the genie races, and compared to other genies, Marid use excessively long and flowery honorifics to denote their status within their societies, such as the lovely foam upon the crashing waves, or the crushing prowess of the darkest depths, intelligence unmatched, and they expect others to properly utilize their various lengthy titles in conversation. Their demeanor and temperament changes as often as the tides. While mortals could barter with the Marid with rare corals and pearls, they detested dealings with the Dao and Ifrit, seeing them in their societies as vastly inferior and weak. Well, seems like the water genies and the earth genies don't get along very well.
Could I roll to see if I have ever encountered one before and I would know anything about them, other than what's on the paper here?
Make me a history check. Since it's water-based, I'll give you advantage.
History is, I believe, alt.
Right. 16. While you personally have not encountered a water genie, they're often a subject of sailors' tales. If the tides are not going the sailors' way, or they're battling against a storm, oftentimes sailors will beseech water genies, whether they live on that plane or not, in order to grant them their wish, namely, to get home without drowning. Many sailors do believe in them, but most have never seen one in their lives.
Yes, the water genies. I've heard of these guys. They exist.
The Stonemaster trembles as you look up at the piece of paper that you've been given, nods in agreement. You have a feeling that he's just probably going to agree with you about anything and everything.
He probably definitely treated it as like he always thought these things existed but never had any proof other than like sailor swapping stories. And reading this is like a confirmation that like he knew that they were real. He knew they were real. Like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew I was right.
Now you have confirmation that the Marids do exist, though, 16 to 18 feet tall and monstrous, you're not sure if you could tell a Marid from just a terrifying sea monster.
Notice me, senpai!
Would that have anything to do with that thing that, we had Rain talk to in that one nightmare? The manager of the storm? Was that one of them wet willies you were just talking about?
Seaswell, distinctly that creature was no genie, but a demon from the abyss, the more water-focused portion of the Nine Hells. Although, if they were angered, a Marid could probably appear very demon-like. But also, surprisingly, the Marids are even bigger than that demon that you saw in the waters.
Oh, that was just a fake-ass bitch.
I'm sorry, you just, they're all just kind of moist and overcompensating, I think. So, I'm sorry for the confusion. That was my mistake.
The real ones are more moist and more overconfident.
More moist?
More moist?
Please never say this again.
Dare you say damp?
I could deal with damp. I hate moist. I can't explain it. We're not going to talk about it.
Maybe a better identifier would be sopping.
Okay, that one's the worst somehow.
Soggy.
Cool.
Juicy.
Listen,
bit
increase
drippy.
the moist
I've
level
got to
by a
leave. I'm
factor of
being
10,
harmed.
and that's what we're talking about here.
I'm being harmed. I need to leave.
The Pech wringing his hands next to you, Grabella looks up at you with his oddly colorless eyes. He appears
Look.
nervous.
I think we want to help you guys to have a better life. That's not something you're used to or something you... We do this for a lot of people, so if you don't blow the horn and let us wander around a little bit, could be to your benefit in the long run, okay? Trust me, if somebody tries to hurt you for not blowing the horn, I'll hurt them. How about that?
And she pats him gently, not so gently on the shoulder.
It feels like patting a small boulder, the size of a small boulder.
Then may I suggest staying to the sides where the Pech are currently mining? The Dow is in the center of the mining area.
Take this side of the mic. Okay.
Yes, just stick to the sides. Perhaps hiding your large form behind some of the boxes and piles of rocks we have collected.
I will do my best.
I dare say you will all stick out like a sore thumb, and I never saw you.
Yep, Never saw us.
He
If anybody reports you, you let me know.
You can go down the ladder to that hatch.
Hatch. Oh, this hatch.
Yes. Right there.
I think I'm flying, right? I might as well
You can just fly over, but that does increase your chance of being seen.
I do not know how to.
Oh, there's a
Carefully
door there.
Carefully instructed to stay out of sight. Grabella, I'ma just flap.
Oh, wait, hold on. The door's...
The door's not a door.
The door's not a door. No, it's a door.
There. Just open that door. Yes. Roll down the hatch.
Oh god. I'm really bad at hatches.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Just go.
there
Just
we
go.
go.
Just push. A little north there.
Yeah, right, guys, we need to stick to the sides.
Oh,
Sitting around a flickering fire are two other Pechs. They look only slightly different from the one you saw in the scaffolding. Another one with much larger eyes kind of reminds you of Kozlo, if he lost a little weight. And the stone.
Wow, what the fuck?
Kazo, do you have rock cousins?
The stone
Sorry, I
master's a
felt
little
like I was
repellent.
being silently judged on my weight for a moment.
It's okay, buddy.
Yeah, if you tilt your head a little bit, they do kind of look like skeletal little hairless, pale and dusty Kozlos.
Large, big woman.
The two Pechs peer at Grabella as she comes down from the tower. They give kind of a cursory glance at the horn, wondering why it's not going off, and then back down at you. You can see the visible fear in their faces as they hope their friend on top of the tower has not been terribly murdered. But then they see...
Oh, it's okay. I just told him I was gonna protect you guys.
They see
She's
the
gonna
head
pat
of the
them on the
Pech.
head.
They do see the head of the Pech peering over and giving a wave down below, and then a thumbs up, and they visibly relax.
She pats them both on the head, as per usual.
Stranger to the plane of Earth. What are you curious mortals doing here? Surely not attempting to oversee this mining operation?
No, we're looking for information about the guy that used to run this place.
Information, I see. Well, you there, blue rock lizard.
yeah?
He kneels down and extends a hand.
Yeah, climb up. Can't have you just sitting down there, looking up and screaming now, can we? Come, sit around the fire.
Well, all right, if you insist.
Do you take his hand?
Wangdoodle will take his hand and then, oh, this is one of those times where I still wish I had the arcane propulsion armor. So we could do a nice little rocket jump here.
One-handed, he pulls you up about, the 10 feet to the cliff that he is currently standing on. He does this one-handed and without any visible effort.
There you are.
A little close to fire.
He has a grip that is most appropriately like stone.
Yeah. Come up. Small one. Small green one. Yeah.
Huh?
He extends a hand down to you.
Quick. Climb up.
Hey, Kozlo, let go halfway, you'll fly.
He extends a hand down to you, Kozlo.
Kozlo will reach up and grab his hand.
At the same amount of just sheer unnatural strength that you've only really seen in Grabella thus far. He pulls you up, and he puts you beside him.
There you are.
Holy shit!
Light as a feather you are.
Do you work out?
Yeah, constantly.
He lifts the pick that is a thick iron mining pick, as if it were a baby's toy. He hands it to you.
Perhaps a few dozen years in the mines will strengthen your arms as well.
I think I'll pass.
Yeah. Well, if anything, welcome, strangers, though you find yourselves in particularly dangerous territory. What do mortals have to do on the plane of Earth? Gem hunting? Like most that visit this plane?
I wouldn't really call it gems. At this point, we're kind of professionals. We don't go to places unless they're dangerous.
See. And what is your purpose here aside from putting yourselves in abject danger?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Wang Doodle reaches into his bag and pulls out his unfinished thesis about slow and its potential uses. Yeah, see here, I'm just going to start here on page 1.
Oh dear, what is that? I believe he's brought an entire reading tablet with him. Fascinating. I don't think we have the time to sit and learn, unfortunately, little blue basilisk.
Oh, did you mean more in the greatest sense of why us as a group are suddenly here?
Yes, yes. You are curious and, well, quite fragile-looking creatures.
Wang Doodle looks around at the group, realizing that fragile is not an adjective that has been used for them at all since his joining up. Huh. You know, now that you mention it, that might be why we've been underestimated. Rebella, did you filled them in on this already, right?
And what? Huh?
On why we're here, the whole thing?
Oh yeah, we're looking for the guy who used to run this place.
I'm afraid you are many, many, many years too late. In fact, the one that used to live here is now gone, long gone. We are just mining the bits of the palace that remain. Precious marble, red sandstone, all sorts of both culinary and visual delights can be found here. We have to constantly fight off scavengers and other, creatures that wish to covet any of the rarities themselves, but I'm afraid it might be too late for that. We're down to the last chunks of marble here from the former Iron Vein Palace.
Okay, I mean that's fine. We're just really kind of looking for the person. I'm gonna guess from what you said, no one has any knowledge or documentation or any record of what happened to this guy, right?
They look at each other.
No. Other than, well,
I believe he rubs his chin, which makes a very audible, rocky noise, and thinks for a moment.
remember the Tao hearing something, at least saying something about, the former Khan being disgraced and, undeserving. Perhaps he was killed or ejected or exiled, or worse. Who knows? You're just here to clean up the scraps.
Would you mind humoring me just a little bit?
I'm afraid I don't know any jokes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So this palace, was it the Khan's palace? This whole thing that you're currently, for lack of a better term, deconstructing?
Yes, the former Khan, he thinks for a moment, Razadul Iron Vein. Yes. Razadul Iron Vein was his name.
Okay, so Con Raspberry, this was his palace.
At least one of the smaller ones of many, yes.
Okay, so Wang Doodle glances around at the compounds. Like, so this counts as small. Okay. He had multiple. This is just one of them. And you're telling me
1 point, yes.
And you're telling me no one has any written history about what happened to this guy?
Written? Well, if you want formal history, muster up the courage to ask the Tao themselves.
And one last question. Who's telling you to mine this place?
Our... Excuse me, sorry. Our, masters, one of the Tao. They are currently... He kind of tilts ahead and puts an ear to the wind. I do believe they are disciplining some of the lazier Pech.
Okay, so the Tao who won't talk about the guy that mysteriously disappeared and is now asking you to deconstruct all the palaces where he used to exist. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand what's going on here. Grabella, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, Coslo?
I don't even understand a little bit of what's going on.
If you do have more questions, there is one of us that has unfortunately lived significantly longer than the rest of us. Our elder can be found somewhere mining to the north.
Oh, when was the last time it rained?
What is rain?
And the better question is who is rain? But, yeah, okay.
God damn it.
No, the better question is why is rain?
Well, we're
How
I
currently
think
is
where
rain?
is rain is a good question too.
a question from curious mortals. I do believe rain only happens on the plane, the material plane. We have sandstorms, more sandstorms, and of course, boulder storms.
What?
I'm sorry, can you elaborate on boulder storms?
Yes, he makes like a fist.
Occasionally, large rocks will be caught up in the winds around the plane of Earth and will be flung into the atmosphere. The mountains of the plane of Earth reach higher than any mountain in the material plane by far, dwarfing them by not just meters, miles. They spire into the sky as far as the eye can see, making you feel like you're underground, even if you're standing upon the surface. Occasionally, those rocks come loose and fling themselves across the plains. They can be deadly for those that are, how to say, more percussive. They are merely an annoyance to Pech, though I have been chipped by one or two before.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
okay.
right. Chip off the old block.
Yes, it is still quite painful. My block has seen a couple boulder storms, and I suggest for your case, since you are a bit more fleshy, to take cover if you see one coming. You can usually hear them before you can see them. A high whistle of multiple things screeching across the skies. That's the sound of the rocks.
Okay, I also felt a slight tinge of judgment when he said fleshy, so I want to put that out there.
And I'm sure you did not come here to hear stories about our curious weather patterns. What are you truly here for, mortals?
Now I want to be able to conjure a bulbous storm, because that just sounds like a brilliant idea.
To each their own, I suppose.
Okay, so long story short, we're here because the guy that no one knows what happened to him except for the Dow, and the Dow don't want to tell us anything, and the Dow wants you to get rid of all the stuff that belonged to this guy. We're trying to find out more about him. Gonna be honest, little hazy on the details beyond that, but I know that's what we're here for.
Then you walk directly into the Basilisks' den, so to speak. Although I don't think the Dow will be willing to exchange information unless you have something they want in return. And before you ask, what could the Dow possibly want? 1, more slaves. 2, unique gemstones. There is no 3, those are the only 2 things the Dow covered.
And have you just curious, have you ever seen a Dow get hurt or potentially killed?
They both of them who are sitting around the fire look at each other and they think, and they both shake their heads at the same time.
Oh, the Dow are of the plane of Earth itself. Harm a Dow would be like destroy the ground underfoot. You could merely just shuffle your foot across the surface of the sand and it would be like nothing happened at all. They are all powerful, all-knowing.
Wangdoodle looks around at all of the sand around them. You guys mess around with glass a lot?
Yeah, occasionally we have come across it, but more commonly we come across obsidian. I have mined upon the edges of, well, the furnace once before, though that was quite some time ago in my own, well, youth. I'm a bit more eroded these.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions that won't lead me to more questions. So, how's everyone else feeling?
Okay.
If you have more questions about the Dow, suggest seeking our elder. Just squeeze in between this dilapidated building to the north and follow the rock wall until you reach him. Should be the very northern part of this camp.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Everyone else ready to move forward?
Yep, we gotta be sneaky though.
And, yes, do not allow the Dow to see you, lest you become a fellow slave. Though I do not think your backs would take to the whips as ours do.
We're not exactly amenable to the idea of, following direction that we don't agree with. We kind of have a long history of that.
Then I don't think you would get along with the Dow very well. So watch your step.
If I'm honest with you, Mister, am I saying that right? Yeah, I wasn't exactly thinking this was gonna be a friendly chat when we showed up. But that was me and my prejudices based on our previous history going to other planes. So I was willing to be wrong about that. Looks like it's okay. We're gonna be fine. If you hear explosions, don't worry about it. Everything's normal.
If you do run afoul of the Dow, then we never spoke.
Yep, we're not gonna get any of you guys in trouble.
Don't take it personally. I've already forgotten who you are.
Well.
Did anyone else find it weird that he called us fleshy?
I mean,
Like I know we. Like,
I've
we've had
thought
some
it. I've
downtime.
never said it out loud.
Well, yeah, I appreciate your restraint, but your candor in the moment. Thank you, Grabella. I'll guess gotta cut back on all them sweets.
Yes, that will fix you being fleshy for sure.
I am kind of concerned though. Place doesn't rain. It's gonna be kind of dry.
In all the wrong places.
I'm chafing!
10 years standing in a sandstorm will eventually fix that, for better or for worse.
Yeah, you'll become crusty.
Listen, when sandstorms happen, it always makes you feel better. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
The song of my people. Go. Find the elder before you are caught hanging around with us and we are punished for your transgression. We cannot stop your curiosity. The remains of a dilapidated building lie directly to the north of you, Wangdoodle. You can barely recognize it as, well, a building. The floors are entirely cracked apart, and the walls are crumbling. There is no roof to be seen. You can see a smashed-in urn in the corner, and a very dusty, face-down book in the top right corner. But otherwise, looks like shit.
Since Wangdoodle is carrying a large number of things that like to jingle and clank around, he's going to attempt to walk quietly, which requires getting into a quarter squat and his arms braced out like he's going across a wall when he's clearly in the middle of a room. He's going to stealth across.
All right, make me a stealth check, please.
Oh, come on, buddy. Don't fail me now. Yeah.
Solid. Wangdoodle, you do jingle. No matter how hard you try and stop it, and even when you stop, your foot connects with the tile underneath, and the two cracked parts make an audible grinding sound as your foot steps upon it. Oh, we got chat guidance. You get an extra D4 to that. Okay.
Perfect. Chat, I love you. Keep it up. Thank you for assisting in my failure.
Nice. Solid 8, Wangdoodle. There's a massive hole in the eastern wall, but you kind of keep to the western wall as you make your way across this very cracked tile floor. It goes crunch, 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 and you go jingle, jingle, jingle as you walk across it.
I don't think they know we're here. I think it's okay.
Kozlo will attempt to follow Wangdoodle and also attempt to move silently.
Alright, make me a stealth check. Kozlo, you are the wind. You are a fart in the wind. You find the pieces of tile that aren't broken, and you just kind of hop very quietly. So quietly that Wangdoodle, you don't even know Kozlo is behind you.
Kozlo will be like humming, like Mission Impossible style, like it's like he's humming the Mission Impossible theme, but it's actually Darude Sandstorm.
So C-Swab will clearly go next. After watching these two go. C-Swab will be like, he'll kind of grab his coat, like fluff it up, like, yeah, I got this.
Quick, use my jingling to hide your footsteps.
You fluff your coat and forget you have a bunch of coins in your pocket. You fluff it, and it goes jingle, jingle, jingle.
Wait, no. I can see.
Crunch.
I can see Swab. Hang on. Hang
Crunch.
on. One of these tabs has the thing I want.
Oh, hell yeah.
My God.
I was gonna sneak up. Oh, God. Eh.
I'm not. Grabella does not need the flash of genius.
She is the genius today, which is odd. I was trying to
Grabella,
find a corner where I could see. There we go. Okay.
Grabella, you, even though you quietly manage to step on the book and you hear the old papers underneath your foot go crunch.
I think there's a book over there, so we should grab that.
Ozzy quietly sneaks over, Mission Impossible style, possibly descending from his waist on a rope from the ceiling.
Somehow.
If there were a ceiling.
I will.
What's
pick
the
up
rope
book
attached
and
to?
see- Oh wait, I can read anything. I can read anything. Literally anything. I can read anything. So I will pick up the book and I will read it.
Okay, double click the book.
Hold on, finding. Yeah, I have that.
The book is written in Terran, but you translate it easily. Your eyes open wide as you read the title, Wishes for Dummies.
I love that our group fails successfully at all of our tasks. It's beautiful.
Kaza, would you like to read this aloud for the group?
Out of the many legends surrounding the djinn, none is more misunderstood or romanticized than the concept of a wish. Many mortals dream of discovering a genie trapped inside a mystical lamp, granting them every mortal desire, but do not understand the complexities nor the rarity of their request. The djinn of their motives are as numerous as grains of sand, and nothing is gained for free.
Pause for the voice actor.
Licks his thumb, flips the page.
Drinks water. Okay, I definitely cannot do this whole thing in the console voice
That's
without
fine.
dying.
I can read it for you. I can read it for you if you like. I know it's a lot to ask for Kaza, but I can just hear him muttering quietly, which is the dream. There seem to be common themes when it comes to the legend of a wish, and I've noted some common occurrences below. Wishes cannot change the past, but can alter or undo the effects of the past in the present. A war cannot be undone, but someone slain in battle can potentially be returned to life. A wish cannot affect a character's station or status, as that is an abstract concept. It can, however, grant the appearance and presence of affluency and wealth, which many associate with social status. I'm sure you've all seen Aladdin. A wish cannot change someone's true feelings, such as invoking the feeling of true love or hate. However, wishes can befuddle the mind, giving a charm-like effect that can be seen in other mystic arts. A wish cannot grant additional wishes. This is widely known throughout genie society. Wishes grant only a singular action or condition. Using an extended run-on sentence littered with commas and conjunctions does not mean it is a singular concept. A wish cannot permanently create raw magic or items infused with such. Much like with true energy, magic is rarely spontaneously created or destroyed without disastrous consequence. The wish or desire a magical item of great power, the djinn merely moves the possession of said item from one owner to another. Oftentimes, items of such power are recovered by their wrathful owners. However, it is rumored that a wish can recreate mystical writings, often found on scrolls, that clever magic users can decipher. A genie can grant only a wish to one native to the prime material plane. Genies cannot grant wishes to other genies, nor to a devil of the 9 hells. Not all genies can grant wishes. The rest of the book has crumbled to dust under Grabella's powerful footprint.
So basically, don't wish for something stupid.
Honestly, there's nothing good to wish for. You can't change a character's station or status as an abstract concept.
We all just became lords and ladies and stuff. Are we good?
I mean,
what
again,
about-
we've all seen Aladdin. He can't really turn into a lord, because again, that is an abstract concept. It's a societal thing.
But what about second lordship?
But he is granted, as the song goes, 100 elephants, giraffes and more, bears and lions, a brass band and more, there's 40 bakers and, yeah, that one.
So much stuff.
He's got all those things. But he is not technically, in reality,
Gizmos aplenty,
a lord.
maybe, as well.
Exactly.
But can your friends do this? And can your friends do that?
Oh, the little hat!
There you go.
Can your friends go whoo and titties?
Now look at here!
Hey, look here.
I know what to wish for.
Abracadabra, let her rip.
Abracadabra, Magico Racco.
Yeah, I'm good.
You just wish to become king of the genies and then reset the genie rules. Duh!
Can't wish to
Right.
become a king. It's an abstract concept.
Then I wish to become god of the genies.
Oh.
Oh, now we're getting into conversation. Okay.
There we go. What is a god?
For my third trick, it says a wish cannot change someone's true feelings, such as invoking feeling of true love or hate. However, wishes can be felt of the mind, giving a charm-like effect that can be seen in other mystic arts. I wish to become the false prophet god of the genies.
Why are we making wishes? We don't have a genie yet.
Apparently, he's wishing on a fallen boulder storm.
Yeah.
You see,
Oh, yeah, I wish to be able to cast Boulder Storm.
that would be very fun.
That is 100% something that can be granted.
Hold on, they said so. So magic, just like true magic, cannot be created or destroyed without some kind of disastrous consequence. But what if Wangdoodle starts thinking out loud, just kind of mumbling to himself? But then, if you wish to convert your body into becoming an being of pure magical energy that feasts on slow, that could also fix the problem. I mean, yeah, there's detrimental side effects to that, but that's when you get into ethics and stuff like that. But, I mean, I don't know. That could work. You are paying a consequential effect. It would have to come down to the genie, I guess.
Is Wangdoodle talking to himself again?
Yeah.
You've stuck Wangdoodle in a theoretical loop. You might be here forever.
Like, when we start talking about, bending the bonds of reality, yeah, you get into some really interesting questions.
And really, only a genie can really answer these pressing questions. But at the bottom, it does say, not all genies can grant wishes.
Anyway, I see something really big in the middle. I don't think we should go that way.
There is a large hole in that eastern wall that you peer out of, and aside from seeing the scaffolding, Grabella, from at least your point of view, out of that door, you can see very large feet. Extremely large feet, in fact.
That's a large lad.
Whatever it is sitting down against a wall and it is facing away from you, and the wall is towards you. So all you can see is like the tips of the toes sticking out of ramshackle leather thongs. The toes are entirely encrusted with mud and grime. They look like they've never been washed. Ever. Ever, period. The nails are long and encrusted, and, well, if the rest of that thing looks like his toes, you're not quite sure you want to see what it is.
No.
Whatever the creature is,
Out of
it's
context.
probably at least 10, 12 feet tall, judging by the size of its feet.
That description should never be quoted out of context. I'm just going to put that out there.
I don't really want that description to be quoted again in context. I think once was too many times to have heard that.
Thank you.
Potentially,
Thank you.
potentially.
Thank you. Grabella, you can hear whatever it is. It's heavy breathing. Grabella, you can make me a history check with disadvantage.
History check them toe.
You check them toes. They're like
yes,
they're
the
like tree
fabled
rings.
toes of Acheron.
You can judge how old it is by the rings on its toenails. Yeah, Grabella, you think as hard as you've ever thunk before. It's possibly a giant? Maybe a stone giant? That's really the only thing you can think of that might be that big that still has toes.
It's a chunkin' huge boy.
You chonky boy.
And
Yeah,
judging
it's real
by,
big.
judging by its breathing pattern, it might be sleeping?
I do think it's taking a little nappy nap, though.
That's, Alright, so we're just gonna need to stay as quiet, if not more quiet, than we currently are. I think that'll be fine.
Yeah, I might recommend more quiet for some of yous.
I'm doing what I can. I know it ain't much, but I'm doing what I can.
Kozlo will walk up to Wangdoodle and look at him in the eyes and just aggressively go,
Wangdoodle
I
will
miss
just
rain.
stare back, just not sure what to do, but realizing he got. Hey,
Ma Lord.
Ma lord.
"Ma lord."
shall we move forward, Dean?
Now you're gonna be stuck in the building all session.
2 hours later, they have moved 10 feet.
We're just having like a rave in this room.
I'm gonna pause it real quick right here. Kazuo, you step out into the scorching sandstorm and immediately feel your cheeks chafing at the sand violently blasting against your cheekbones.
I'm
Sand is...
chafing again.
Oh god! It's getting in your ears, it's sand everywhere. But around a pillar, as you look down into the gaping center area where the palace once sat, there is now just sand and broken bits of marble. But you see a lizard. A lizard with 6 legs. Its head is dipped towards the water, and it is lapping. You can hear it drinking from here. Kozlo, make me an Arcana check. Kozlo, you have heard of these creatures, and suddenly you feel like you just ate a large stone as nerves hit the pit of your stomach. A 6-legged lizard often is known as a basilisk. You've seen them in fairy tales. They can turn things to stone with a single gaze.
Kozlo will immediately back up and kind of like motion to the others to back up as well.
She's doing like moonwalk.
He's now like in reverse.
Dip and dip and dip and dip.
Oddly enough, Kozlo, as you look out from the building and you see another tall piece of scaffolding with a Pech's head peeking over it, they do not seem to notice nor mind the presence of the basilisk.
Because they're already stoned.
Okay, there's a... I think it's called like a ballad... Basil...
Yeah.
Basil Baker Street.
Like that guy said over there, the Basilisks.
Yeah, one of them.
Don't like that.
There's one of those out there, and we need to, well, those of us that ain't already made out of stone really probably don't want to get looked at by that thing.
Got it.
So if it comes toward us,
I'll stand in front.
yep, yeah. And don't look at it.
I mean, do we have anything like a darkness? Like that works on bathtubs, right?
Also, from your vantage point, you can see the basilisk move a little bit more into the water. Looks like he's enjoying the feeling of the water lapping up against his lizard-like ankles. You say he's playing in the water.
Oh, God.
It would be cute if it weren't so terrifying. If it looked at you, you would turn into a statue.
If Azrael was here, they would definitely be trying to take that thing home.
Maybe we can get it some glasses.
Wendell, you think you can make some goggles to put on a basilisk that makes it not turn people into stone when it looks at you?
I think I can.
Wait, can you?
I should be able to.
Okay, we're gonna remember that's there.
We're taking it home.
How long?
No,
how long do you
sorry.
need?
I can't create a sensory effect of which glasses would be, or goggles.
You could, with your make an illusion reel, you could make goggles that you wouldn't be able to see his eyes, and he wouldn't be able to see your eyes, like mirrored goggles, but they would only be in play for your charisma modifier minutes, not be permanent.
Do we plan on coming back this way?
The idea is to bring it home. Azrael will want it.
We were getting past it first, and then if we come back, we can figure out how to bring it home with us.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Look
so
at it though, it's kind of cute. I mean, don't look at it if it's looking at you, but otherwise look at it, it's kind of cute.
I don't see it.
We are.
Oh,
we
it's up
are
here.
a roll of duct tape and a couple like Bud Lights away from just turning this into Florida Man the episode.
I don't see it. I don't see it on the map. Oh, there it is. I see now. Okay.
Good God. I hate how correct you are.
I think if you whack it on the head, it gets confused and then you can run away.
Okay, so I'm in a minor illusion. Some goggles that are mirrored.
Okay.
That are around the basilisk's eyes.
Okay.
That will then turn into so I need to roll charisma.
Just you have to use your the ability. You can only use it once per long rest. You have to use the dreaming thing. But yes.
Okay, where it says well, I didn't have anything to roll. That's why
You do, just click it.
it says refund resource.
When you click on the wish ability?
I clicked on the thing in my spellbook.
Not just minor illusion, it's the ability to make the illusion real. That should be in your I think it's in your features. I put it in there, let's see.
What's it called?
Dreamweaver's Blessing.
Oh, I see.
But you have to cast the illusion, which you don't get that resource back. And then you have to cast the Dreamweaver's Blessing to make it real.
Okay, so what's my order of operations here? I cast.
You make the illusion
Dreamweaver's
first, and then you
Okay.
make it real.
So I casted the illusion.
And then you cast Dreamweaver's Blessing. And you tell me what you're going to do.
So there's 0 uses available.
It says on your sheet 1 of 1. You cast Minor Illusion again.
Okay, yeah. Oh, consume resource. No uses on Dreamer's Blessing activity. Minor illusion unable to spend 1 required.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then I have 1 out of 1.
All right. So you,
Yeah, that's
I will say you use the Dreamweaver's Blessing. And what do you do?
I cast a pair of goggles that are large enough to sit on the Basilisk's head comfortably, that are mirrored. So when he looks at him, he only really sees his own eyes. And we only see ourselves if we're looking at his eyes, because they're mirrored on both sides.
Okay. What's your Charisma modifier?
+1.
Okay, it'll last for 1 minute.
Oh, there we go.
He's got adorable looking goggles. The lizard looks up, doesn't understand.
We gotta go, we gotta go.
You can hear kind of concerned splashing from the lizard. But then it realizes, you know what? Everything is fine. Maybe just slightly darker. And he continues playing in the water.
See something? Oh, hello.
The Pech is so startled he drops his pick. And it clangs onto the stone very loudly.
Clink, clank, 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 clank. Ah, ow, what? Mortals? Hey, shh, keep it down. You want to get us all whipped? What the?
T-Swab, who has been trying to be as quiet as he can this whole time, looks at him like, "You're the one that dropped the pick. All I said was a hi."
What? If you had any sense of self-preservation, you'd get out of here right now.
We are. I was just being polite.
What?
I don't want to just like invade your private area and like not acknowledge you.
Huh. You. What, you fool? You must be lost. This area's in control by the Tao. If they find you, they'll immediately enslave you and put you to work mining these rocks. Go on, shoo. Shoo. If they see me talking to you, I'll get lashed. Off with you.
So, jeez, guys, trying to be polite.
What? You fool. What, there are more of you?
Hey,
What does the small blue basilisk and the fleshy Pech want?
I think he's talking about you two, Cosmo and
He's
Wingdoodle.
talking about you too.
Don't mind me, just passing through. In fact, you never saw me.
Now I kind of want a fleshy peck, if you know what I mean.
my God. I don't think you know what you mean.
I don't think I know what I mean either.
God damn it.
You there. A pair of rubies.
Uh-huh.
You look familiar.
Yeah, that might be a thing. But I'm not gonna remember you, so I'm gonna need some help. Just not an ego thing. I literally have been reborn a bunch of times.
I won't remember you.
Dum dum dum.
Is this the musical episode and nobody told me? Rain's gonna be very disappointed to have missed the musical episode.
You look somewhat similar to a Tao, but
softer, smaller. What are you?
Is that, the genasi
Ah,
and other stuff?
a half-breed. What brings you here?
Looking for the guy that used to live here?
I that used to You mean a former Khan?
Yep.
Oh, dear, dear. You are years
Yeah, we're
far
late,
too
we're late. Yeah, we've heard.
This place has been mined out to oblivion. There is nothing left of Iron Vein's, well, summer palace here. If you knew...
So there's more.
There was. But if you knew any better, you and your friends should leave. Now. The Tao have enslaved all of us, and we are very busy working on taking down the remnants of this marble palace. Soon there'll be nothing left but a bit of rubble.
Well,
Were we told her mom's name? I can't remember now.
Yeah, your mom's name is Garnisha.
you know the name Garisha?
Scratches his head. I'm afraid I don't. But the eldest of us, he points to the north, to the Pech mining, the one under that rocky outcropping, it's who's mostly in the shade. He may know.
No, thank you.
Yes, just approach him cautiously. He tends not to like strangers more than the others.
Gotcha. You got that, boys?
In fact, he picks up a hunk of rock that's on the ground and hands it to you. Here, take this hunk of redstone. At least offer it to him as something. Just don't let the Tao see you giving him food off of the clock.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Be careful.
I will do my best.
Curious creatures. You can hear the Peck muttering to himself as he continues mining the thick, red-veined rock wall.
Bella is going to slowly walk up to the elder, look around, and offer him the rock.
He turns and looks at you.
It's not my time to eat yet.
He continues
a
mining
present.
against the wall. Ping, ping, ping.
It's a present.
Or do you want me to fall for another Tao trick just so you could punish me for my eating at my non-designated time? I'm old enough to see through your tricks, lads.
No, I want to ask you some questions.
He finally actually looks up at you and lets the pick fall to his side. He looks between the rock and you for a long moment. You're quite small for a Tao. It's soft.
Yeah, I'm not one. I don't think. I don't know. I'm still figuring out stuff here.
He narrows his eyes at you.
Like skin hair, like...
He goes quiet, and there is only the sound of the head of the mining pick hitting the ground, followed by the sound of the wooden part hitting the ground. It goes thunk, thunk, as he lets the pick loose from his grip.
I think this one recognizes me.
No. What? You foolish girl.
He takes a step back and motions you all closer.
Quickly, come here. Come here. Hide under this outcropping. All of you, hurry up. Including the blue lizard.
You're way too.
He looks at you and and says in hushed tones, "Foolish girl, you shouldn't be here. Your grandfather is long gone."
Well, who is not gone?
But not gone. The great Khan still reigns. Your father took a gamble, your grandfather took a gamble, lost. Certainly, you're not here to make any claims to whatever throne he had. The Khan is long dishonored. In fact,
I don't want any of that, trust me.
saying his name is only going to bring you ire.
Yeah, we've kind of figured that out, and I'm glad we figured that out here and not somewhere else.
He snatches the red rock out of your hand finally and just takes a big bite out of it. The sound of teeth grinding up against sandstone gives, well, most of you goosebumps. Well, girl,
Well-
what are you looking for then, exactly?
Well, we came here to figure out a few things.
And she'll gesture to the boys to say something.
I'm not really sure what to say. We're here for the con stuff, yeah. What do you got?
And wishes and
Get the
stuff
sand out
are...
of Get the sand out of
Realm
your
is
ears,
evident.
lizard. He's gone. Gone! Long banished under the city of jewels. Deep under the dismal delve. You'll never find him.
What's a city of jewels?
I can tell you're fresh to the plane of Earth, and I'll use the scant time we have to give you a brief rundown. At the very least, Khan Razadul Ironvein has long been disgraced, and the great Khan ordered all of his holdings to be immediately destroyed. He is now under the watchful eye of the great Khan. Not dead, but I'm sure he wishes to be. We Pech are used by the Tao as slaves in order to take down his crumbling ruins and to repurpose them for the Tao. But to answer your question, the City of Jewels is the largest city in the plane of Earth and home to most of the Tao that you would consider royalty, including the Great Khan. Much like its namesake, the City of Jewels is encrusted as such, and each Tao clan works feverishly to amass as much wealth as they possibly can. That is what matters in the eyes of the Tao. Unless you've brought a veritable wheelbarrow of riches from the material plane, you may not have anything to offer the Great Khan. In fact, he saw your face and knew your relation to Razadul. He makes a motion against his throat. I'm afraid there's nothing on the plane of Earth that could hide you from his wrath.
At this time, Gravilla's gonna take out her dragon mask and put it on.
Fearsome, well-crafted mask. That is, frankly, a very good idea to hide your... He gestures to your hair. Your mother's hair. I remember Razadul sometimes saying he loved how it glinted like polished rubies.
How do they mean?
Your mother and Razadul.
Yeah.
He thinks for a moment. Your grandfather took many consorts. Mortals, almost all of them. Didn't wish to settle for a fellow Tao. No, he wished to spread his influence across the material plane. He was powerful, wise, cunning, and sly. Don't know why exactly she fell for him, but knowing Razadul Ironvein, there's always some sort of purpose behind his pursuance of mortals.
Interesting.
Perhaps he merely wished to spread his influence and lineage across the material plane, seeing that he already had the plane of Earth, well under control, so he thought. Your grandfather was an incredibly crafty and calculating man.
Well, I guess I've been successful in a little bit of that.
Kind of wiggles her rings at him.
But surely you're not here to regain knowledge about your lineage.
Yeah, a little bit actually. I've been reborn and I don't remember anything, honestly.
What? Nothing. Nothing of your grandfather or your mother.
As you said, I wouldn't be walking around here with my face out otherwise, right?
True. Well, no, she was wise, strong, kind. I could understand why Razadul fell for her. Aside from her hair that shimmered like rubies. You do take after her, you know.
I'm learning.
But if I could give you some advice, unless you are here for something that is a matter of life and death, suggest leaving.
Well, we kind of are.
He sighs regretfully.
Yeah.
He looks to the left and to the right. I said your grandfather was a calculator. And we, Pech, have been working very diligently on taking apart and dismantling every part of his palace. Only got a few things left. He sweeps his arms across the wide expanse of this crater, and you can see the marble statues that have fallen over in the puddle of water. A thin stream of water seems to come from a lounging statue of a contentedly plump-looking djinn to the northeast. This is really all that's left of Razadul's holdings here.
If he was so calculating, how did he fall?
He chuckles. He did something that could be considered unforgivable by the Great Khan. Tell me, have you heard of the furnaces?
I don't think we have.
I know what a furnace is.
On the borders of the plane of earth and the plane of fire are something called the furnaces, where the Tao who covet ores and gems bring their goods to smelt. These powerful furnaces burn hotter than anything you could possibly think of on the material plane, and they are infused with elemental earth and elemental fire as they are smelted down into their purest forms. Unfortunately, your grandfather was responsible for... He scratches his chin. How do I say it? The ruining of many of these furnaces, choking the Tao's very constant supply of ingots and refined ore, and leading them to losing influence in trade over the city of Brass. This was unforgivable for the Khan, for the Tao's pride, loyalty, and lineage all depended on amassing and refining and trading these ores that we Pech also work at mining for the Tao. Without the furnaces, their pure elemental ingots, your grandfather has caused an entire halt to trade, and the Tao left the city of Brass, heads hanging low in shame. in order to make up for the loss of revenue. Your grandfather had his titles and his holdings stripped, reduced to rubble, and sold highest bidder. I'm afraid you're not going to find much here, girl. Just memories of a bygone age.
We've got a whole world to save, so we're gonna find something.
He leans forward quietly. So, we have dug far and we have dug deep. He points at the trickle of water. That water has a source. Something, he taps his foot onto the ground, lies underfoot. And if somehow we could get rid of the Tao and that massive beast the Tao has claimed for herself, that one-eyed monstrosity, I'll show you the entrance. We have not mined there yet, but I can feel something underfoot, something deep underfoot, something that this Tao here knows nothing about yet. Might hold some of the answers you're looking for.
Bella raises an eyebrow.
What do you mean get rid of? Are they there constantly? Can we come back in the night?
The entrance, or at least what I believe, sealed by a massive stone slab to be impossible to move quietly. Either get rid of them, trick them, or encourage them to leave for some reason, and we can work on opening this slab for you.
How long does that take?
What, the slab?
Yeah.
He thinks. A team of Pech and a few pulleys, and perhaps your help. Perhaps a couple of hours of loud, strenuous, and stony slide grunting. Whatever your grandfather...
Kazo, what do you think?
I mean, it sounds like we gotta get rid of this Dow asshole.
Yeah, but I was more thinking about maybe we can move it faster with something you guys come up with.
Do we want it moved or do we want it gone?
Yeah, she'll kind of look at the elder like, what would be best?
Yeah, we can eventually hoist it if we get some ropes and pulleys happening. But unless you have some way for your fleshy forms to glide through stone, I'm afraid it'll create quite the cacophony when we try to move it.
Yeah, about that.
Kazo will pull his remaining. I don't want to use it. I just want to link it. I'll just link this.
I believe at the top of whatever you're looking at, there's a little like chat bubble. You can just link to chat. Looks like a bubble chat looking thing.
I'm looking at an item in my inventory. I do not see a chat bubble.
Let's see. What are you looking at?
I have an oil of etherealness that I'm just trying to link to show what it is.
If you right-click it, you can click display in chat.
Oh, there's... Okay. There we go.
What is this liquid you are hovering in front of my face?
Think maybe if we was on the ethereal plane, we could get through there?
He
I mean, it's all,
thinks.
if we just need some tools, though.
Unfortunately, while clever, the ethereal plane and the material plane, he makes an overlapping gesture, are the two that overlap. You drink that, you'll be shunted from the plane of Earth into gods know where. The plane of Earth and the ethereal are not connected. It says towards the very bottom, Kozlo's spell has no effect if you cast it while you are on the ethereal plane or a plane that doesn't border it, such as one of the outer planes.
Oh, okay.
So it
I
will
didn't
not
know which
work.
plane connects to
Yeah, only the material and the ethereal are connected.
Damn it.
Well, if we just need to make a pulley system, I think we've got enough fiber here.
I mean, we can move the thing regardless. It's just doing that's gonna make a lot of noise, which means that Dow asshole's gonna come over here, which means we gotta stop him before that can happen.
Yes.
And if
We
there's
have
something
the
down
means.
there, yeah, if there's something down there worth discovering, we maybe don't want them to find it out quickly.
Or at
So
all.
basically, we gotta kill a genie.
Or
I
We
mean,
wait for a
convince
genie to
him
kill
to
himself? Is that too rude?
Convince it to leave is also a good idea, but I don't know how strong these things are. I don't know if we should start fighting right away.
I convince them to leave? Like what? Like walk up and just, say, hey. Like, I do.
Well, not
Do they
like
even
that.
speak that
You'd
language?
have to be significantly more, how you say, persuasive, confident. The Tao are, forgive me, girl, beasts at heart. They are greedy, covetous. Surely adventurers of your caliber that are able to make it to the plane of Earth. Perhaps a gem or two, perhaps a bribe. Tao are not above taking a hefty bribe.
What is it they're here for? They just want to clear out this whole place?
But take
Everything that they're digging up's valuable, right?
this, all of the marble, everything will be repurposed, polished, sold, refined, smelted, and essentially the history of Razadul Iron Vein utterly destroyed.
But basically, everything here is worth money.
Yes, though it is mostly down to rubble.
So what if we convince him that there's nothing left here?
He gestures. Well, you might have a hard time convincing him that, say, that giant statue not real. You would have to give them something that might be worth more than the scraps that are lingering around.
Or make it not real? With that illusion stuff you guys were talking about?
The Tao absolutely covet coins, and especially gems. The rarer the better. You could fancy yourselves merchants, or perhaps extra-planar traders, just lost along the way. If though he looks you all up and down, not quite looking the part. Though if you have a fat sack of gold, that could be used
Urbella
as well.
pulls her coronation dress out of her bag.
A bit out of sorts here, but
That would make it more interesting, at least, right?
well, whatever you do, you should come up with a plan and do it convincingly. The Tao are more easily swayed by a fat bribe than threats of strength. And plus,
What do we
girl, if you're not hiding your hair, he looks under that mask for a moment, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Especially for the older Tao. Most of the younger Pech probably won't recognize you, but I do.
Is there any coal nearby? Or is it all just stone?
Coal?
Yes.
Roll me a d20. Make me a luck roll. Just a flat d20.
No.
Coal, no. Around here, just sandstone, redstone, and other striations through the rock. Significant amount of marble.
Could maybe try and coat my hair with marble, but it would not work as well as coal would.
Or you could, wear a hood.
Dude, does somebody have one of those? I have a dress.
You have
I
two
mean-
artificers. I feel like we could make one.
Yeah.
You can take
I have a
C-Swap's
shirt and
beanie.
some pants. I have a shirt and some pants that could be turned into something else.
Swap's got a
You-
beanie.
you
That
want
would
a hood
definitely
with some
help.
Pockets?
You got my beanie.
I will put the beanie on.
With the mask on your face and beanie over your head, you tuck the ponytail into the top of the beanie, leaving only just tiny little pieces of hair sticking out that would be almost imperceptible unless somebody got in real close. Anonymity.
Well, that definitely hides the hair, yes. Now you all just look terrifying and expectant.
Does anybody have anything we could bribe with? What are we thinking?
I have a bunch of gems and stuff.
I
Say if anybody does, it's gonna be you.
I got promoted, but did not get my first paycheck yet. Do not be looking at Wang Doodle.
Well, what do you have? Empty your pockets, make a pile. Let's see
Aslo
if it
will
might be enough.
begrudgingly start to pull some things out of his pockets, but not everything.
The only stone that Grabella has is a whetstone and a piece of pyramid.
A piece
I have
of
a piece of-
pyramid!
I put everything
I have a
else
piece
in
of
my hoard.
coral.
Coral could
And I
be
have
interesting.
I have a
Wait,
I have
let's
something
go
that-
player by player. We'll do Grabella first.
All right, girl, what's in your pockets?
I got the whetstone. I have my mask, which is obviously fancy, but now hiding my face. The
Can't get rid of that.
pyramid.
No, whetstones as
Lots
common as
of
you think.
plants that could be rare, like the mountain garlic, the salamander orchids, the
No,
olive
girl.
thorn.
We're talking gems. Perhaps even perfumes at the very least.
Yeah, I don't
Gold.
have anything
Refined
like that.
ore.
I have 2,000 gold.
Well, the jingle in your pockets might help. He kind of hefts the bag a little bit.
Don't think it'd be enough. What about you, bird? Come on,
So,
empty those
Steve-Bob?
pockets.
He's looking at him like, first of all, you don't fucking rush me, all right? Don't rush me. So she's gonna pull out a piece of coral.
Sea rocks. I'd best hide that.
He's gonna glance down at his resident black diamond, but he is not gonna pull it out, and he is gonna tuck that deeper down, and then he's gonna say, "Oh, you said like perfumes?" And he's gonna pull out his deep well ambergris.
He takes a sniff.
God, it smells like a Merid's vagina.
My
He's
God.
just gonna be
What?
confused about whether or not he likes that smell or not.
Why do you know what that smells like?
Don't ask, just put it on the ground.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I'll put the deep well
That's sex,
ambergris. Put the deep well ambergris on the ground. All right, that's all I got.
That's foul. Yeah,
Or is it his or hers?
that true.
It would be perfume eventually.
Small blue
That is-
basilisk. What do you have?
Fine, dude.
Oh, empty
No, no,
your
no, I'm-
pockets, basilisk.
I'm the insurance policy. I don't bring money.
You
Perhaps-
never.
A gem, something of value.
No, most of the things I carry will absolutely destroy yourself, whatever it's aimed at, and probably everything in the nearest vicinity.
And what about you, fleshy Peck?
Kazla will look into his bag He's definitely reaching around in it past some things. He's just going to start pulling out stuff that might be interesting. And now that I've learned how to link things to chat, it'll be funnier if I do it this way.
Oh yeah, sea swab, link your deep whale ambergris. Right, click it, link to chat.
What is this?
I don't know.
An eyeball. Not even functional.
Pulls out a silver needle, silver chain.
Not even gold.
This is kind of fancy. What's this thing?
It's small. Bottle of ink.
It's fancy ink.
It's fancy.
Oh, I got one of these.
Ah, there we go. Finally, one of you has something worth something.
One of them.
Ugh, as common as the dirt under your feet.
This very valuable gem.
Ah, it's fake.
He says
I
it
don't think you're gonna-
immediately.
I don't think you're gonna fool the rock guy about rocks.
Ah, that's colored glass.
Oh, I meant to show you this one. Yeah.
Ah, jade. Now this is nice. And so is this, oyster excrement.
I hate that sentence.
Turns out I got two of these. Got the whole set.
Oh, great. 2 eyeballs
Where
now.
did you even get those from?
I don't know. I pick things up. They go in my bag. I don't know how that. Like I have this. I feel like I won this at some point. I don't remember how or why.
What is this? Is this even real?
I don't know.
Did you
Oh,
win?
after digging around, I also found something. I'm keeping it though.
Yeah.
There's definitely a couple of things that I have not shown.
Oh, I have some interesting items for sure in my bags.
Oh, what about this?
Oh, well, now that is an ingot. Here, hand it over.
Kazo will hand it over, but like not. He's hesitant to let go of it.
Hey, let it go. Let it go, give it back. I'm an old Pech. Not going to run off, especially with the Dow hanging around.
He will relinquish it.
Oh, that's fine gold, fine gold. Diabar.
This. He makes kind of a wishy-washy motion with his head.
Well, we've got some jade, a topaz, oyster excrement, then whatever that quivering lump is.
He points at the ambergris.
A gold bar. Ugh. This probably couldn't even get a Dow out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with some sort of distraction.
Kazo
Okay, so-
will sigh with great sadness and show his star ruby.
Ah, now we're on to something. Let's see, between the gold bar, the topaz, there, one,
He's counting in his head.
topaz, the jade. A Dow will probably not budge for anything under 5,000 gold. Are you sure that's it?
Hey, Caslo.
Yeah.
What if we added our cannons to him and just set him to self-destruct? Yeah, they could seem pretty valuable, right?
Might work. What do you think? Are they gonna know that the cannon's not gonna stick around.
It'll stick around as long as we tell it to.
Kazuo, you're not going to give up any of your other items that you have in your bag?
I do have other items. Hold on, I'm still looking through everything.
And like I said, the stuff's not going to be worth a whole lot, but
You have a bunch of adamantine bags.
I do. I have one adamantine in my bag.
You
was
have.
that hidden under all of your tubing?
You do have one. It's worth 3,000 gold.
Kazuo, okay, I don't know that I can do anything with this adamantine band anyway. So
If you have a resonant gem, you can combine that to give your weapon the property of adamant. That's the downside, because I'm pretty sure you also have a resonant gem that you haven't used.
yeah, I do. How
much more do you think we need to make this work? Well, what we got so far?
Best thing that you have in this pile of, well, unimpressive implements is honestly that star ruby. If I were wanting to get the Tao out of my hair, unquestionably, I would give at least 5,000 gold worth of items. And good things too, not just trash. You don't want to look like peddlers, you want to look like honest merchants. Something with value, things that you care about, not just get the fuck out for one day. Something that's worth their efforts. They work so hard out here, you know.
The Pech rolls his eyes.
What about something like this?
and Kazuo pulls out a wand of magic missiles.
Ah, the
Oh, hey, I
Tao,
got something.
they do covet magical items. Wands are good. Are they used? I'm not proficient. Things of this nature.
No, these are as fresh as they were as soon as the wizard made them. They have not had a single bit. Like honestly, they still got that new wand smell.
I smell it.
He holds the wand to the guy's face.
Yes, I get the point. I get the point. Listen, take this pungent, quivering lump, the silver items, the gems, not the glass, you'll insult them. The oyster excrement, the gold, the jade, the topaz, the star ruby, and the wands, and you might have a chance. But you're going to have to make it convincing.
Oh, I can handle that. Don't you worry.
C-Swap definitely is like, what if we want to insult him, though?
But do you want to die? Then I'll see you here next to me, pickaxe in hand, soon enough.
Yeah, I think until we understand things here, I don't want to push too much weight around.
Yes, be wary. The Tao can slide through stone as smooth as your hand can go through water. And they can put your head through stone, too. Best not to rouse their ire.
Yeah, okay, if you say so. So, does anyone know, do those big guys, do they get scared of small things like mice?
He
You know,
turns
not
around.
not to bring up anyone's like traumatic history with like rats or anything, but you know, something like that.
Yeah. What? That thing. The giant Cyclops.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I've never asked him. Why don't you go down and ask him? Excuse me, sir, are you afraid of small mice? See what he says.
I feel like you're being sarcastic.
I
and
am
we
being
get kind of a dick.
sarcastic!
You know, I was trying to field a genuine question with a potential path to a solution that doesn't require us giving up some stuff that, you know, honestly. But you know, if you just want to be a little bit sassy about it, I mean, we can go another route.
The Peck shrugs. You feel like you are strong enough to take on a Dao. That is no chip off this old rock. But
How much experience do these kind of people have with dragons?
he shrugs.
Okay, hear me out. Before we go the dragon option, which don't get me wrong, very good option, right? What if we had, say, like a familiar or, you know, some kind of small distracting thing that could potentially get the big guy up and out of the way. He starts stomping off somewhere no one knows how. The Dow's going to wonder why the big security is now stomping off somewhere no one knows how, and we might have an opportunity. Unless they're not afraid of tiny things, and he just looks at it and just like, I don't know, rolls over and like smushes it. What do you say? What's the probability on that there? Seesaw?
50-50.
Yeah, I
Well,
think that's an option.
I've heard worse plans.
I'm not hearing better. I mean, sure, yeah, we can trade him, we can give him some money, right? But I mean, really, what's all that going to say?
That you
That we can
understand
be,
the
like-
way the Tao works and that they are very susceptible to bribery?
And that's the first impression, right? That we're just going to give him money.
Yes, because they are covetous evil bastards.
Look, I have no skin in this game because I haven't, you know, again, haven't been paid. But I'm just saying we could look at other options. If we want to go this route, we can go this route. It's fine.
Well, either way, you cannot spend all day here flapping your jaw with an old Peck like me. Sooner or later, we are going to be seen, and Banner won't hide you all forever.
Yeah, I think the plan is go over to him, say we want to take over the mining spot. We're gonna make us worth his while. Show him the stuff we got. I'll throw a little extra razzle on him, make it look a bit better, maybe.
Green Finger brand Razzle. It hasn't failed us more than the standard deviation yet.
Technically, this is Azrael brand razzle.
Oh, that's even better.
Well, then
I
bring
think-
your best negotiator and make sure you don't let a single hair on that lovely head of the girls, he points at Gerbella, to be seen by that Dow that starts asking more questions.
Yeah, you guys might have to do a bit more talking as we go forward.
But you're really going to have to, how do the kids say it these days, really rock her up, really give her the stone. Give her the old granite.
What?
Are you suggesting that we proposition the Dow? I'm very confused now as to what we're actually doing.
The Tao are extremely proud and love exceptionally flowery, titles and honorifics. Oh, yes, suck up. grovel if you have to. They love a good grovel. But if they think for just a moment they can best you in battle, they will, and they'll take what you own off of your corpse. Or maybe make it convincing but strong. They either need to see you as equal, or you'll be turned to a smear upon the sands. So choose wisely.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Kozlo will put on his hat of disguise
Okay.
and just make himself look like as much like a rich baron as possible.
Ooh, that's really good. Link your hat of disguise in chat. Oh yeah, disguise self at will. Easy. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different. You can look fabulous, Kozlo. In fact, describe to me just exactly what Merchant Kozlo is going to look like.
So it would still be like mostly like cloth that he's wearing, but it would look like, fine silks. Maybe looks like his clothing is made from whatever that fancy fabric that Sea Swab was making is, with a few like gold embellishments and such on him here and there. So he's gonna look. It looks like he's rich, but like the sort of clothing that someone who is rich wears, that just sort of says, "I have better clothes. This is my work clothes. I have better clothes elsewhere."
Okay.
I didn't wear my finery to this. This is just what I walked on when I was getting out of bed in the morning.
Very good. What about the rest of you?
Well, now that one's got a convincing disguise, but the rest of you look like, well, a little worse for the wear.
Seaswap should have his fancy cloak that he got from Griselda or whatever.
He does, okay.
And my dress.
Rebella in golden dragon mask and dress. You look like
Yes.
a fancy courtesan.
Purple Basilisk is the only one who doesn't look good.
Yeah, so what about the blue basilisk?
Again, I'm still confused as to why people say this just isn't good. It's effective, it's comfortable, it allows me full range of motion. What? I
Yes,
don't like
it's
this whole
Too practical, and that's your problem. It's not made to impress, it's made to look like you're a laborer. And laborers aren't merchants. As I said, be convincing from head to toe, or be a servant and strip down to your skivvies.
Yeah, you would have coordinated.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I have multiple collars. You would be a convincing pet.
Let's not, if we can. That'd be great. You know what? I didn't want to do this, but we're gonna do this. But it's okay. We're basically gonna do this for free.
That for free.
We are going to alter self.
And become a whale.
And become literally a basilisk.
Merchant whale.
Merchant whale.
I mean, as fun as that would be, I feel as though that'd be more out of place than as I am currently. I will change my appearance to look incredibly similar to Kozlo, to Merchant Kozlo.
Okay. Wangdoodle, you find yourself bedecked in the finest merchant's garb money has to buy, including be-gemmed floppy hat, cute vest, and poofy pants. You're just a slightly different large-eyed looking goblin, ready to peddle their wares.
Looking good, buddy.
Now we'll use this also to have the voice change, because I don't know if I can do this in the Wangdoodle voice. I haven't tried. Hi, what's here?
Might have to work on that. You're
listen,
peeked out. You went completely off the scales.
My voice is just too perfect for you to hear.
Ah, that's good. That's good. Convincing, yes, like a true salesman. Yes, good. I think you're finally ready. Now go on. Think of one, a good reason why you're here, and two, a good reason why she should leave. Then, tighten up your story. Give it a shot.
We could go totally Pawn Stars on this.
Oh no. I'm letting
Best
you
we can
guys
do
get
is like
talking,
20
so-
gold.
What if we present ourselves as like, we're a company that specializes specifically in mining things.
Yes, good.
So we think we can mine this place better than they can, and we're gonna make it worth their while. So let us take over the mining place.
Yes, and what cut does the Dow get?
Well, the stuff we're gonna give them.
I'm afraid your meager wares probably won't get you more than 24 hours of that Dow being gone and allowing you to mine what you can grab and then go.
I mean, this place is almost dead, right? There ain't much left here. There's that statue.
You could probably get away with, taking a large chunk of marble for whatever your holdings are. And since it's pure marble from the plane of Earth, it'd be worth much more on your home plane. But there's no way she's going to give up this entire operation, so make your demands a bit more reasonable for whatever your cost is.
The Dow don't like the water, is that correct? I'm stuck using this voice because I said I altered the voice.
The Dow are not fond of water or the Marids, but you'll find none of them here. The puddle there will not bother her much.
But what if we said that that is a sign of a much bigger problem? I mean, we're talking flood damage here, buddy.
You could convincing enough, that I am not sure of. If you want to try and outwit her, that is certainly a way to go about it. But it would have to be more convincing than the demands of the Great Khan. It was he that demanded her to take apart these holdings, after all. She's going to have to come back with something in hand to make it worth. Well, it seems you have the semblance of a concept of a plan.
I agree. There's not much left here, and what's left is stuck in close to drowning. I do believe this is going to be a problem for them. We can just pay them to leave the site and get on with our day. Kozlo, are you on board?
Yeah, I think that's basically the plan.
All right. Gather up your goods, wrap them properly, and come in through the entrance with a little bit of fanfare. You are sneaking around, it's going to cause suspicion. Don't let her see you leave.
Kozlo will start packing up the items. And as he is doing so, I'm gonna grab hold of the the expensive gem. Which was the expensive one?
That was the Star Ruby.
The Star Ruby. And I am going to cast Distort Value on the Star Ruby.
Ooh. Link that in chat. No more than 1 foot on a side, doubling its perceived value. Okay. Anyone can
Obviously, I'm
examine
increasing the perceived value of this, not reducing.
Perfect. Anyone examining the object can ascertain its true value with a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC. This is a warlock spell, so it's 15.
Okay. Lasts 8 hours.
Yeah. And I'm casting it at spell slot level 2, so it's gonna look like a massive Star Ruby.
Oh god. Okay. The ruby grows in your hands, becomes massive, polished, multifaceted. You can see the occlusions in it. It becomes a deeper shade of red. Inside it glimmers like a tiny galaxy as you turn and look at it in your palm. It's so beautiful now that you're honestly kind of hesitant to get rid of it.
Kozla will put that in his bag separate from the other items with the intention of using it as the deal sealer, essentially.
Now that magic.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Good job, you paid attention.
Good. And now what are you all standing around gawking at me for? Sneak back to the entrance and plan your own entrance. And make it flamboyant. The Dow do love a good show.
Sure, seems simple enough. Let's go, team.
Good luck, little ones. And you too, girl. May you find what you are looking for.
Shit, the basilisk. We were only talking to that guy for like a minute, right?
Oh yeah, those goggles are gone.
The goggles! They do nothing! See, so I doesn't can you communicate with the guys through the dreaming of like, when we come in, it's definitely going to be to Sandstorm, right?
Go on, girl. Don't stand here gawking at me.
Assuming Grabella's AFK.
Yeah,
He's
I think that's a
activated
good
the
idea,
NPC
Cecil.
dialogue.
thank God
Sorry,
we're talking
not
to our
AFK,
voice.
just ADHD.
I'm so glad we're using our thoughts. I can actually use my actual voice. Do you not think in your own voice?
Try not to think, honestly.
I don't know if you understand how healthy that statement was.
As she's leaving, she will pet those two rock guys again. Alright, she's gonna collect those Pokemon later, it's fine.
You stand on the Kozla, you stand on the very edge of a rocky red cliff. It's about 10 feet down from where you are.
Kozla will just hop down.
Hey, make an athletics check, please. Easy enough. Up. You jump off the cliff and land in the sand easily without breaking your knees. Wangdoodle, aka the other goblin, make me an athletics check.
All right, hang on. Oh, I can find it. There it is. Perfect.
Awesome. Wangdoodle, you fall on hard rock. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
And could have landed that one better if I'm really honest.
Your ankle rolls painfully.
I'm going to collapse on the ground and roll around for a little bit like a soccer player who just got flicked in the nose.
Ooh, ah, ooh. Grabella, you just leap over Kozlo with ease.
Oop. You know, you guys could just ask for help.
Even in the dress, you're agile as hell. Sea Swab?
Sea Swab is going to create a bond. No, he's not. Do I want to? I think I want to. Alright, I'm just gonna try a regular athletics check. Here we go.
You hop down and you take, you also roll your ankle and your poor hollow bones and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. My bones! You make your con save, though, at least. Oh, you are not creating bonfire, so I'll get rid of your concentration. Wangdoodle definitely takes the most damage out of all of you as he has rolled his ankles slightly, but now it gives his merchant persona a little bit of a limp, maybe some character. Well, you have a concept of a plan in motion. Now it's time to try and impress a Dao.
This is going to go wildly in a direction.
Yeah, I was just say that's basically the end of that sentence. This is going to go. Kylo's gonna motion for everyone to gather together, with him and Wangdoodle at like the front of the like troop, essentially, because they look the same and like rich merchants.
Everybody should probably have a role to play in this little theater troupe, so make it convincing.
Yeah. So Kozlo and Wangdoodle are like these rich merchant barons. I think Sea Swab, his role is like appraisal and advisor.
The lawyer role.
Exactly. And Grabella is the beautiful but deadly bodyguard that
The head of security.
The head of security, yeah.
Okay.
My lord.
Very convincing.
And as we get ready to approach, I'm going to use my minor illusion. The Dreamweaver's Blessing thing. To play the sound of a like trumpeted fanfare of the arrival of someone important, which of course sounds like
We're gonna get her a copyright strike for fucking.
All right.
but I'll play a loud trumpeted arrival of rich people.
Are you going to enact this plan now?
Ready?
I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and do this.
I will actually need 2 minutes because my water is empty, and if I'm going to be talking a bunch, I need something to soften my throat.
All right,
That is
everybody.
so understandable.
2-minute break. Water up, and we'll see if you can convince the Dao to fuck off. See you guys in 2 minutes.
I'm so
It's not trying
scared.
to listen to 1/3 of actual Sandstorm.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I return.
All right, let's put some banger on. Let's see. Cruising for go. No, I don't like that one. What about Marty's got a plan?
Okay, did I miss anything?
I'm on Marty got a plan. Not yet.
Marty's
back.
got
I wanna
a
check something.
plan.
Okay, that one doesn't say. What? Let's try. There we go.
Okay, sorry. I had to check the volume of something.
Oslo, on your count, the music will begin to play. Pause this for now.
Just before he plays it, he's gonna turn to C-Swab and be like,
I just realized rich people usually get other people to introduce them when they first turn up, so, just say something about how you have the pleasure of something rich people.
Are we going with our actual names, or we going fake names?
I'm not talking or introducing myself.
Let's use our actual names, makes it a little bit more believable, fewer things we're trying to pull over on them, the better. Besides, with any luck, eventually we'll be in charge of places like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine with me.
Angel, do you want me to give you any special title? Do you want any, like, Esquire, my lords, anything? I can totally add it on for you.
Why don't we do Lord Von Baron Richer Than You as my title?
Lord Von Varen, richer than you. Do you want that as a prefix or a suffix?
I was thinking prefix, but suffix might actually bring out more of a point. Let's do suffix.
Hold on, let me write this down. Alrighty, so I have Lord Von Baron, or Wang Doodle, Lord Von Baron, richer than you. And then Oslo Greenfinger. Oslo, what didn't you get a title recently? I forget.
Yeah, let's not use that one though. We don't need to bring Maginox into this.
Alright, what do you want to go by? Oslo Greenfinger.
The great and mighty and powerful and attractive and sexy and very soft of skin, but pretty strong still also, Coslo Greenfinger, the third Esquire. He ever be richer than everyone except Wang Doodle, but even then he's still kind of richer in a lot of different ways.
Maybe that's too much.
I got the great and mighty, and then I lost it.
As you
12
should.
out of 10. No notes. Use as.
W's as is.
Yeah, you got the gist of it.
We're so doomed.
yeah, we're gonna die. Can't wait to roll my new character after this.
Alrighty. So I added a little bit onto the Coslo thing that it will be a surprise.
Excellent.
Next time on Arctis. Rain shows up to find the gang in prison.
Always Sunny theme starts playing.
Alright, C-Swab. This is on your mark. Coslo will start playing the music as soon as you start speaking aloud.
I think the intention is that we'll walk up a little bit, but we'll like want them to walk the rest of the way, not least because there's a basilisk up there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You just have to tell him to hit it.
All right, we good? Let me
Ready when you
rephrase. Are we prepared? Let me rephrase. Should I start?
I don't think we want the real answer to that question, but let's go.
All right, so Kozlo will cast his minor illusion to play the loud fanfare music and
That
take
would
a
sound great at a rave.
take a few steps forward.
Introducing Wang Doodle, Lord Von Baron richer than you. And in front of me, the great and mighty Kozlo Greenfinger, softest of skin, owner of bars and slayer of hags.
A horn resonates, punctuating your introduction with a mighty call. Large, crunching footsteps can be heard as something is approaching.
They certainly like to keep company waiting, don't they, Kozlo?
Approaching the steps at a slow and leisurely pace is the massive Dao, flanked by two Pech, and behind her, shuffling, is the Cyclops. With one eye, sandaled toes, and an otherwise massive club, the Cyclops by itself is a formidable foe. But the Dao walks with purpose, a lengthy stride, and a cool gaze assesses those who approach her mining operation with respect. She stands back, hands folded over her chest, as the two Pech wander towards the steps.
Now presenting the light of the sands, the ancient one, the eternal dawn, Karima al-Saharim.
They step aside and wait for the Dao to approach, and give long, languid bows as she steps between them. The Cyclops, the more formidable bodyguard, hulks behind her, breathing heavily as the one eye swivels between Grabella, the two goblins, and the cloaked Pinker in the back. It is I, Kadima al-Saharim, of the Dao. What brings you to this humble operation? Speak.
Kozlo will take another couple steps forward and give like a respectful but not like too deep sort of bow, like the more of a flourish than anything.
We have learned of your operation here and wish to negotiate a deal that will be beneficial for all of us.
She takes a moment as she assesses each of you. First, she looks at Grabella, her eyes going from golden dragon mask to toe, and seeing her as perhaps a guard of some sort, her gaze shifts to the more important targets. Looking at Kozlo from toe to head, she is satisfied enough with what he is wearing, although her nose wrinkles ever so slightly as she wishes He was just slightly more bejeweled, as ever so love looking at it. The second merchant, Wang Doodle, she gives the same cursory look. And in the back, the fine silks of the mysterious herald, Sea Swab. She also gives an appraising look and, satisfied enough, nods. Approach.
Basil will step up to the bottom of the stairs.
It is not often we get mortal merchants here in the plane of Earth. I am interested in what you might have to barter with. Display your wares upon the bottom step so I may assess their value.
Kozlo will he will take out everything except for the star ruby, but he's leaving like a conspicuous place, like at the like he's sort of lining everything up, but leaving a conspicuous place at the center. And he just sort of looks up at her. He's clearly not fully stepped away yet, but looks up at her, trying to assess what her reaction is thus far, and almost like giving her kind of a sly smile in the process.
Mirth is what the expression that crosses her face first. She gives a sly smile. I see you have brought meager gems. And what is it you wish to trade in return? The bounty of the Tao is renowned amongst the plains. What are your terms?
We are quite well aware of the bounty of the Tao and what you potentially have to offer. And of course, we would not have wasted your precious time if we didn't have something valuable to trade in return.
And that's when he will pull out the enlarged star ruby and lay it at the center of all of the stuff in the front.
Make me an insight check.
Let's see. Oh, a Kozlo insight check? Great. This will be great.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Kozlo's
Remember,
in his element!
Neg the dice. Neg it as hard as possible.
Her eyes go wide, and you can see the greed on her face. In fact, she licks her lips hungrily. There's nothing more in the world this Tao wants than that beautiful star ruby sitting on her mantle. She clears her throat slightly and brushes a bit of sand off of the front of her robes. A most impressive offering you have brought me today. Very well, travelers from another plane. I am willing to barter with you. But be quick. What is it you wish to purchase?
Our request is simple, your gemness.
The ancient one, the light of dawn, the eternal light.
Yeah, the ancient dawn light. My associates and I run a little bit of a mining operation ourselves. We've become quite skilled and we're looking to branch out into extraplanar operations. We would like, we are simple permission to have unrestricted access to some mining in this particular place for 2 days' time.
She rubs her chin. 2 days, you say? And how many slaves have you brought with you?
We didn't bring everyone with us just yet because we needed to negotiate this deal first, but we have,
Kozlo looks like he's thinking, or it looks like he's counting. He's definitely
Swab
just trying
through-
to make up a
Through the
number.
dreaming is going to be like Just think of how many people are at the bar, and then think of all the clockwork robots. Just say 60.
Here, Kozlo, let me.
60.
Now, your downess, if you don't mind. I do appreciate that you're concerned about our labor, but don't worry about that. We do happen to be, slightly pre-revenue right now, but plenty of orders. If you give us the rights, we can get in and start getting our people ready to go. You won't even know we were here. If you're amenable to it, we could also set up a business deal. Maybe come in for a cut of future profits. What do you say?
60 slaves strong, and the skill to traverse the plains. Surely you've heard that the marble of the Tao is the finest in all of creation. You are wise to come here, and a large host to boot. She cannot take her eyes off of that star ruby. 2 days,
Yes, ma'am.
She looks around. I'm certain the Pech in my service will be happy to take a short break, then be worked twice as hard when they return. She laughs as if she wants someone to laugh with her. The Cyclops behind her.
Kozlo will allow a mischievous smirk.
Oh, right you are, Dow.
Right you are, Cad.
Right, you are, Dow.
Well, of course, if you extend beyond the 2 days, we can easily set up a more long-term business arrangement.
2 days should be enough. I still have a quota of marble to return to the Great Khan. She snaps her fingers. The two Pech approach.
Please, gems for the mistress. The big one.
They extend their stony little hands.
All the stuff is sitting on the bottom of the
On the bottom
the
step.
step. So Kozlo will just step back from it slightly and motion to it.
Okay. They gather up the gems, and especially the star ruby, and return it to the Tao. Immediately, she gives a cursory glance to the topaz and the other gems. Star ruby. She grabs it immediately and holds it up to the light to get a better look. What's that spellcasting DC again?
15. Oh no.
Upon further inspection, I see some flaws in this room. You would bring me flawed gems. Uh-oh, Kozlo. You might have to sweeten the deal just slightly.
Kozlo will he's gonna make his best like shocked look on his face. And like he's not gonna he'll start to step a little closer, but then like kind of think better of it.
I assure you that gem is of the finest quality, but I can also see you are a shrewd business person, much like myself, and I can appreciate that. Of course, I would
We
not.
had an agreed deal.
I want the mask. She points at Grabella. Give that to me, and we will consider it a deal.
On completion of the contract.
Do you say that?
Yes.
Rebella would definitely step back at those.
Make me a persuasion check.
We're going for it. All right. So the full statement will be, I understand your concern. We'll happily provide that upon completion of the contract. For all we know, we have to make sure our goods are still going to meet what our clients are requiring.
A good businessman drives a hard bargain and is not allowed to be pushed around. I accept your terms and respect your strength. Most would resort to groveling by now. I look forward to having both this ruby and that beautiful dragon mask on my mantle in 2 days' time. She pockets the gems that you give her. Come, Pech. Your mistress calls. We are taking a bit of a journey. In 2 days' time, we will return and you will work twice as hard to finish getting up all of this filthy marble. I mean, this pristine, extra planar marble you have come all this way for.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for your business agreement. I'm sure we'll find that this benefits everyone involved.
Yes. Thank you for your business. Yes. Thank you for the break. Oh, finally, we get to rest.
Heck, prepare the caravan. Mine what you can in 2 days with your 60 servants, and be gone by first light of the second day.
Believe that would technically be first light of the third day. Otherwise, we're not getting the second day out of a deal.
Oh yeah, third day. Be gone by first light of the third day, and we will have no quarrel.
Very well, your well-endowedness.
Go on.
You just got really big gems.
Just tell me a little bit more about myself.
Kozlov looks around a little like,
You're absolutely radiating in that dawn glow. You are simply, there's no better word for it, majestic.
Efflorescent. Luminous.
Yeah, what they said, bioluminescent.
Ah. Brr. My Cyclops can do honorifics better than you plainer mortals can. Well, at least you come with good quality stones. Come, Peck. We are leaving.
Make way for the mistress.
They motion you aside.
Quickly, let her through.
This is all part of the negotiation, too. Stand your ground.
Dawn, the third day.
Oh,
Absolutely.
don't forget your security.
The Cyclops looks down at Wang Doodle. His club is bigger than he is, and he thwacks it in his palm a couple times. Smash? No smash. This is good.
Yes, I see you know how to handle your wood. Very intimidating.
please, Dow, please let me smash.
Please smash. No smash.
Dow, let me smash.
Now leaves. The Cyclops in tow. The Peck on top of the tower. Huh? There's a stirring in the camp as you hear a bunch of gasps, the dropping of picks, and the shuffling of stony feet.
Oh,
The two Peck that are remaining. For a moment, crowd around you, shaking your hands.
oh, thank you, curious strangers from afar. Ah, you have saved us so much labor, so much back-breaking labor. Take whatever you can, and quickly. Break it all down. Just be gone by light. The mistress is not joking.
If you want it broken down, you don't care about quality, you have nothing to worry about. We're the right team.
Use our picks. Yes, anything you want. Ropes, spears. We have wood. Use anything you like.
That's adorable.
Thank you. Oh,
And the Peck slowly, one by one, begin to clear out of the camp.
hooray!
Okay, are we ready to get started?
Yeah, we got a lot to do in 2 days.
Okay, great. I'm going to assume our business is completed now. I'm getting
Yes,
real
not
tired of
talking
looking
like
like
that.
this. No offense.
What the fuck?
It's like talking like that is like having a stuffy nose, like constantly.
Well, I didn't make you talk like that.
Listen, not all of my decisions are good ones, but they're effective.
Let's, oh, here he is. Hello.
The elder comes rushing down, passes the basilisk, who gives him a curious look, and comes running down the stairs.
By the gods, you've done it. You actually made her leave.
I mean, yeah, obviously. Have you met us?
Briefly, once before, just a few minutes ago. I can't believe you've
Oh, yeah,
done
that's
that.
right. You were the guy that didn't think we could do things. Turns out we can do things.
Incredible. The basilisk, unfortunately, wasn't a part of those, the deal. So just avoid that thing. Most of the Peck, if they are still hanging around, will be much too exhausted to leave. Just leave them be. But maybe they'll answer some questions if you ask nicely. Whatever.
So we got 2 days with no one else sniffing around here. Figure we can get into whatever this thing is, figure out what's in there, maybe close it up afterwards.
He nods. Whatever Peck aren't exhausted. We'll prepare the ropes and the pulleys, and we'll get that giant stone slab up as soon as we can. Give us a couple hours to prepare.
Oh, we can do it in minutes. Do you have all the materials?
He nods. We can set up the scaffolding and the pulleys. It shouldn't take us long.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we can take care of this like now.
Very well. Do what you must. Adao will be gone for, what did you say, 2 days?
2 days, yep.
Yeah, 2 days.
Excellent. That should be more than enough time.
All right. Kozlo, you want to come help me out with this?
Yeah.
All right, great. Just tell them all to bring the supplies over where we want to start setting up the pulleys, and we'll take care of the rest.
Now, where is this spot, actually?
Wait. Don't go any further. Stay there and turn your backs.
Kozlo will turn away.
It's time for me to repay a kindness with a kindness. He walks off to the side. Directly to the right of the basilisk, puts a couple fingers in his mouth and whistles very sharply. Wee weep. Basilisk turns to look. Yes, yes, come here. Come. We'll put you away so you don't turn our fleshy visitors to stone. He pulls out a piece of something from his pocket. Strangely enough, it's not rock. Yeah, yes, doesn't that look good? Yes, tasty, yes, yes. Come. Come on, come on. Yes, we're going to put you away. For now. Come on, you rocky rock dog.
Did he just call something rock as like it was an insult?
Alright.
I think insults are just kind of part of the language down here.
In the tower you go. Yes. Oh, yep. Yes, don't let him out.
So,
The Pech
So you
don't
just-
have to worry about the basilisks, but you do. We've put him in the top of one of the towers. He won't be looking out for a couple of days. We'll make sure he doesn't starve.
but do you just take those for like walkies?
What? The basilisks? Well, they're
What's it gonna do? Turn him to rock?
they're relatively harmless for those of us who are native to the plane of Earth. But for you, that's a different story. But for the 2 days of reprieve that you've given me and my people, it is the least I can do.
Do we know if basilisk eggs transfer well through plane of teleports?
That I don't know, but you'll probably have a hard time getting eggs out of a male basilisk.
I wasn't thinking that particular one, but okay, point taken.
There you go again, thinking we can't do stuff.
By all means, you could try.
We formulated that company like 30 seconds ago.
Come, Peck. Ropes and pulleys, wood and scaffolding. Let's get this slab up. Come on now, don't be shy.
If we want to take our time with this, I think that's a smart move, but we can use the fabricate spell to speed it along as well if need be.
Come on, now you too, ruby-haired girl.
You know, I didn't think that this trip would involve long walks on the beach, but here we are.
I'm gonna move Grabella because she's stretching out my map right now. He walks close to the alcove you guys were all speaking at. And walks up to one of the bushes and pushes it aside. Yeah. We found this not long ago as we were clearing out this part of the cliff face. This marble is significantly different than the ones, well, as you can see from the rest of the red rock. It's some sort of hatch. And by the tremors I can feel underneath my feet, it leads deep down underneath the ground. Most likely, it shares some sort of water reservoir, which is where that trickle is coming from. This has to be the entrance. We've dug out enough of it, but not enough for the Dow to take notice. We've covered it with the bush and the plants. It won't take long for us to erect the scaffolding.
You wrecked.
But please, sit. We don't have much to offer in the ways of mortal food. He whistles for the Peck to mobilize.
Is anyone hungry or thirsty? Like, how are we all doing right now?
I'm pretty good.
All right. You two get the wood. You prepare the ropes, grab the pulleys, and grab the rest of the pack. They begin to run around and spread out, grabbing the things from the elder Peck that he desires. They too are curious of what's under the stone slab.
This is the perfect time for a teamwork and construction montage.
Gonna need a montage!
Montage!
I don't know what you all are looking for under there, but I'd hope it has the answers you are looking for.
Weirdly enough, that's exactly what we're looking for.
How'd you know?
An excellent job getting that Dow out of here. She took that bait quite readily. Hopefully that enhancement spell you cast on that stone lasts a significant period of time.
I'm pretty sure she's thought through it anyway.
I mean, it's fine. She agreed to 2 days. So if she breaks on her deal, then, that's a separate problem, right?
There. How long does that last, anyway?
Well, probably not more than an hour.
I looked, it's 8 hours.
It's 8 hours, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And the Peck begin to work.
Hopefully she will have tired of staring at it nonstop in 8 hours and had her minions put it someplace for storage or something.
Hopefully.
All right, now we just
hopefully.
gaslight. No, now we gaslight that we heard about someone who stole the actual ruby from her and replaced it with a less quality one. And that all of the Pecks were talking about it, but no one knows anything. But everyone knows about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. I feel like these Pecks are going to be punished severely.
Probably.
We didn't say
That's a problem
these
for
Pecks.
someone with morals.
Wow.
Exactly.
All right, everybody.
I'm sorry. Is that an ethics problem?
Oh, no, we've discussed this, Wagdoodle.
Not like this.
As the Peck get to work getting that stone slab up and out of the ground, it is much, much thicker than you would would have anticipated. It would have been difficult for even a fully grown adult Dow to move, let alone someone of Gerbella's strength. But the Peck work very meticulously, and soon enough, as they insist on not having the party's help, they get pulleys and levers, chains and hooks, and they slide that slab off with a very, very slow and noisy grinding sound. It is a good idea that you've gotten the Dow out of there because, as promised, it was extremely loud, and it lands upon the sands with a reverberating bump. The dust that it picks up also creates a mini sandstorm in your area, which would have been impossible to miss. Is possibly the best outcome. And the Peck, their work done, actually look proud at having their work praised for once, and they're looking forward to the 2 days of leisurely activity. That is it for today's session, and when you descend into the stairs that were covered by this sarcophagus tomb-like cover, we will have Rain back, and we'll find out just what lurks underneath the former palace of Khan Razadul Ironvein. That is it for today, everybody.
Seems good.
Seems good. Welcome back. It's been a long 2 weeks. I missed you all, but I look forward to having everybody back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sing you guys, damn.
All right, everybody.
Hooray, we did it.
Have a good
Bye.
night. And I will see you next Monday. Sound good?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Now I'm
Right.
gonna text you right now. By the way,
Okay.
I can do those days.
Perfect. Perfect.
And then as soon as you get back, I'm going to Japan.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
See ya.
All right, watchers, and that is it for Arctis today. Whoa! Thanks for watching. Well, these guys actually got away with it. Now, almost saw through the distort value. But they buttered her up just enough. Thanks for watching. Catch our VODs in full over on YouTube at ArctisDD. If you missed any parts of the episodes or you want to just catch up on the story, got lots of content over there. You can watch our shorts and funny moments over on Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Play Arctis. And I'm your DM, Zarina. Hey! Thanks for hanging out with us. Great to have you here. Thanks for watching. And I hope to see you next time. Welcome back, Zen Damon, for 25 months. Thank you for resubbing. Appreciate having you here. And chat, thanks for hanging out. Have a great evening. I'll see you next time.